Good, this is my dissertation project, which aims to retrieve and analyze the working data from lung disorder patients. This idea comes from my supervisor, my great supervisor, Professor Richard Sinnott. Without his help, this project cannot come into a true product. So let's thank him and get started. So the first scenario I want to show is doctor login, register and login. So I'll register a new doctor called Apple. Yeah. So as we can see, it has different ways to check the input of user. Like if I want to say 3 words, at least 5 words. So Apple 5 words and banana. Yep. Please enter the same value again. Front-end input check. So that is the Apple. So a new doctor called Apple is stored in the database. And because this doctor has no patient, so add a new patient to this doctor, like banana, female, 18 years old, beautiful. And okay, let's type in my email. That's the patient's email. Good. Some information of the patient. Yep. Like this. Yep, like this. Okay, submit. And then we can see the patient. Let's go to the patient's profile. There's no data at the moment because, yeah, the patient. Oh, and the patient will receive the email from the system to tell her to download the application to use, and the most important, to use the activation code, which is actually her ID in the database. Let's go to the patient profile. Let's log out and use my username because I have faked a lot of patients. Okay, that's all the patients I faked. Yes, you can tell that from the picture. They're all faked. Here I got the patient search feature. Let's try to search this one, Jammer. I will get that. Yep. On J. So how J's. Jammer. And we can see it's a JAX technology. Only refresh part of the page. Okay, let's see him. The profile. He should have some working data already. Yes, he has. So in the logic, the patient will using the mobile application to walk, and then his data, his working data, like distance, like GPS coordinates, will upload it to the server. The doctor will see the performance of this patient, like in this day, it walks 1 kilometer, but it should walk 4 kilometers. The gray one is the target. Yes. And this day, the second day, yes. It worked. It's about the target. So that is the target line, and that's the performance in this period. The period is widely used in this system. It's like a plan. So as a doctor, I want to set a session. Session is like the plan at the session for this patient. So from now on, you should work in this session. It contains 10 days, and each day the target should be 3 kilometers. Submit. Then we can see the progress of this patient because he hasn't worked in this day, so there's no data at the moment. But with his using the application, I will get the result. This map shows the working path of this patient in every day. It means actually at the current stage, it only shows the today's information. So yeah, if today the patient walks, it will show the walking path. This pie chart shows the good days and bad days of this person in the latest session. Good days means he reached the target. Bad days means he did not. So yes, because there's no data at the moment, so it's all bad days. And this one shows the history. I mean, in the history, the patient have 16 good days and 26 bad days. So we want to use this to compare this patient with himself, with the history, and we want to use this line graph to show the tendency of his performance. And this one is used to compare this patient with others. It's like if these ones are the vertical, vertical analyze to compare with the history. This one is like the horizontal compare line because it compares with others with similar people. So this patient is a 55 male gentleman. That's the performance. That's the average distance he walks each time. So the performance should among this group. Yet, and it does among this group. So it shows it is good. So I have different data, different average data between the patients stored in the database, divided by age group and divided by gender. So that's for the male, and that's the gray one for the female. Yeah, because it's all fixed data, so it at the moment it only show the difference. Yeah. So if you want to, as I said before, at the moment I've already set a session for this patient, and I want to tell the patient to run. I use the notification feature, like you should walk from today. Submit. This message will, the server is quite slow at the moment. Yes, it will show, the message will show at this part and at cards, and then the patient will get the notification in his phone. And at session notification, yes. The last one is if I want to see more data of this patient, like this year, I can see more graphs, like the chart. And we can see in April and May they have a different finish different distances, and the right line is a target line. So the target, that's the total target, but we cannot reach it. Total target, yeah, we cannot reach it. And that's the bad days and the good days in all the history. And if I want to say, like April. So we can get the month view of his data. So the x is a day, and that's the distance. So I'll show all the working records in April, and the red line is the target. So if in this example it has just one session, so if it has several sessions, the red line will vary. And that's the good day and bad days just in this month. As new patient, log out. Yes. Let's check the map example. Oh, if I want to edit the information, because the description will describe the patient's healthy condition, it may changes. So yeah, getting better. I can do the edit feature. Change his email. Change the picture. Yeah, description. You are getting better. Oh, wow. You're getting better. Yeah, that's it. The front end is responsible to different screen size. Like you have a small one. It changes because it's based on the used grid system. So based on different size, the dual element contains occupies different grids. Works well. Yes, as we can see, the button is collapsed to the side.